Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today it's a beautiful Thursday morning and I decided that I want to do some makeup today because I will also be doing a couple of other videos later on. So might as well just, do all in one, do my shoot all in one. This one, Physicians Formula actually sent me for Halloween, but by the time it get to my doorstep, because there was like a change in address and stuff like that, and by the time it reached my house or by the time it reached my hands, it was already way past Halloween already. So I thought I would just keep it for Christmas and New Year. I think this is perfect because whatever that they have given me that I've seen inside, it's nothing too like crazy. It's not super colorful. It's not very Halloweeny, in fact, to be honest. But I'm very grateful to it. Most of these Physician Formula products I've actually never tried before, so this is great. I've already did my foundation. Basically, I've already kind of checked through what's inside, and I've already did my foundation and a little bit of concealer. And if you can tell, I do have a little bit of pimple here spot. It's almost the time of the month, so yeah, just ignore that, okay? If you are here long enough, you probably know that I generally don't powder my face, but I do think that because of spots, usually sometimes with spots, I like to kind of powder that area up. Not really my under eyes, I don't really do much of that. I'm gonna try out the Physician Formula, the Healthy Powder, SPF FPS 16 in shade MW2, compatible with all skin type. Okay, quite nice packaging. Immediately, I kind of feel like I don't really like the sponge. The sponge is insanely thin and I don't know, I don't think I enjoy the sponge as much, but anyway, we're still gonna try it out. I have a feeling that this is not really my shade. It's a little bit too yellow for my skin type. Unfortunately, it looks pretty like decent actually on the palette itself or on the pan itself. It looks pretty decent. It's just that I don't think this is really my shade. It does feel very nice, very soft, very like smooth. Okay, because the sun is coming up, so I might have to adjust the lighting on and off. Okay, apply a little bit at my like pimple. Oh yeah, it is definitely way too dark. This is definitely not my skin tone at all. I mean, I don't blame them. I've always had color matching issues with Physician Formula for foundation or any sort of like face product kind of thing. This kind of like foundation or powders, it's not their fault because sometimes when you see me through video or see me through pictures, there could be like, different sort of lighting and stuff like that. So they try their best. It's probably just Malaysia sometimes it's very hard to get foundation that are pretty much my skin tone or powder that are pretty much my skin tone. At least I kind of blend it all out. So I think I'm not gonna continue on with this. It's just not my shade. Half is decent, I guess. It's not the best, but it's okay. Powder wise, the touch is really good, and I think if I need a compact powder, I would probably use this. I don't mind this. I don't mind using this at all. Alright, next up, let's see what's inside. So it's called Brow Last, alright, and it is basically a long wearing brow gel. Now the thing is, I've never actually used a brow gel before, if you consider the Benefit one, but that's like a brow mascara, so it's not really a brow gel. So this is gonna be interesting because this is gonna be my first time trying this out. This is medium brown, so I really hope that this is my shade. Oh, it's sort of like a brush kind of thing. That's so cool. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, the brush is very dense. Basically just pull it off. The spoolie is not the soft kind of spoolie. It's actually quite rough on the skin on my face. There are types that are like really soft one, like you feel like it's not super rough on your face. For example, like the Althea A Bloom A Brow Wow. This one, the spoolie is actually really nice. It's not the softest, but it's pretty soft. It's good enough for my standards basically. But this one is definitely, I can feel it. This one definitely is the super like rough on the face type. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to remove as much excess product from the brush itself first, just so that I don't go crazy, because you see how dark it is. My brow techniques are horrible, so for me, the more natural, the better it is. It dries out pretty quickly, so you gotta really work really fast. Oh my gosh, okay, I think I'm just making it worse. I feel like I'm gonna lose some of my brow hair now. Okay, all right. Let's not touch it anymore. I think we need to clean it up a little bit. So the brush is an angled type of brush. It's pretty dense, I would say. I do feel that because of how the product is, it dries off super quickly. I mean, if you use brow gel, you probably know that's how it is, how it works. I kind of expected it to work this way. Basically, it dries off really hard kind of brow product basically, and I'm not used to that because I'm always really just into eyebrow pencils, and that is pretty much my favorite kind of eyebrow product. This one, I feel like if you are someone who are pretty good with your brows and you like to make it super neat and tidy and very clean looking kind of brows, or right, Instagram kind of brow, and this one probably will be for you. And if you have like super bushy brows that goes everywhere, this is definitely one of the product that will be suitable for you as well, because it pretty much will make your brows stick there like nobody's business. And I do believe that this will actually do last you throughout the day. But for people like me, I'm not very good with my brows and I'm only really like to use eyebrow pencil. I need something that's a little bit more foolproof. This is definitely not something that I will reach out for. I'm just not good at it. I mean, as you can tell just now, I was struggling to find how to like balance it up and make it not patchy and stuff like that, and make it look a little bit more natural. I think the shade wise is quite okay. It's definitely quite fitting to a lot of Malaysian hair color if you have kind of darker kind of hair. This is a cotton pad with micellar water, yeah, and it doesn't want to rub off basically. I find it so hard to rub off. If you manage to get it off, it comes out in like chunks and bits and pieces one, so it's not the type that it kind of smears all over your eyes. Alrighty, next up, let's have a look. This is the Healthy Eyeshadow Canyon Classic. It's an ultra creamy, highly pigmented, and it's infused with anti-aging peptides, vitamin C and vitamin E. It's definitely a very neutral eyeshadow, which I prefer, because these days I really don't use color anymore other than just red, the autumny color, those kind of color I use. They're all just matte shades, nothing crazy, no shimmer, something that will be very useful for an everyday kind of eyeshadow look. A little bit chalky actually. Nope, it doesn't have any distinct smell. This color, once I stick my brush in there, it gets very powdery. Tap it off since it's so powdery. We're just gonna apply on the lid. Ooh, just wipe off whatever foundation that you have on the eyelids. Even with just that one color, this shade itself, it kind of brings some life into my face already. So now let's go with that little bit of that deeper color. Not too much on the top, more of the just the lower lids around here. Drag it a little bit underneath the eyes. Okay, so this is how it looks like right now. Super easy, super simple, okay? Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. We're gonna use a little pencil brush. We're gonna take the darkest shade here. It's a bit more grayish, not really black. Thin liner kind of thing. Like it's like a prep before you put on your eyeliner. Very soft, nothing too crazy. I'm gonna try to brush off the gray in this brush. Try to get the white here. I don't think this white will do much. Get it at the inner corners of the eyes a little bit just to see what. Now it doesn't do much. Usually this kind of thing needs to be a little bit of a highlight or glitter, which we have and I will use later. But I think what I'll do is that I will use this matte white to kind of, yep. That is nice. Highlight the underneath and the top a little bit. I think this shade will be good. Yeah, just do a little bit of nose contouring. Not really contouring, more of like give it a little shadow, make it a little bit sharper. It's super versatile if you have like a paler skin tone, like an everyday kind of look. For the eyes, it's actually quite pretty. It's not super pigmented though. It's a little bit chalky, I would have to say. Not the best quality eyeshadow, but if you want something that's just very light and easy and multifunctional and it's matte, this will work fine if you're not very picky with your eyeshadows, okay? But you want something that's creamy and nice and super darn pigmented kind of thing, then yeah, this is probably not for you. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Physician Formula Rose All Day Petal Glow. Oh my god, this is so gorgeous! It smells like rose. It smells like rose. Oh my god. The packaging is definitely very bulky and very plasticky. It's definitely not the most high quality packaging, okay? But I mean, it's a drugstore kind of product. In Malaysia, this is a drugstore makeup, okay? The brush is actually pretty soft. Oh, it's so pretty. The rose pad. Oh my gosh, I don't want to... Oh, look at that sheen. It's definitely just give you a little bit of that sheen, which is not a bad thing. Not everyone wants like a super Jeffree Star bam kind of highlighter, or even Miss Jacqueline Hill's bam kind of highlighter, that crazy blinding kind of highlight. It's definitely not going to shine brighter than your future. Don't worry about that. It's definitely not the powder, super powdery type. A little bit smoother, a little bit more velvety, rather not really creamy. The butter one is creamy, so this one is more of like a velvety powder kind of highlighter. And Petal Glow, let's take a look. Let's see how it looks like on my skin. Before I put on my blusher, I want to see how this goes on my face. Using the brush, it doesn't seem like it's creating much of a kickback. Yeah, not much. Whoa. Okay, this can double up as like my... This can double up as like my... Okay, I cannot. I think if I double this up as like, oh my god, it's so pretty. It's so pretty for Chinese New Year. Oh my gosh. Okay, in person, it's really a little much. On camera, it doesn't look like it's picking up that much. Okay, if you put a blusher on, then it probably will look better. It'll be so pretty for Chinese New Year, for Christmas. Oh my gosh. Orange, red, pink kind of reflex. I can see a little bit of that both. So which means like it's a little bit like a rosy tone. It has like multiple type of rosy color kind of tone. Oh, but when the light shines, it's definitely pink basically. This is probably a great highlighter for people with darker skin. Like people with fair skin, it looks a little bit weird in person. But I can tell you that this one will look great on my eyes. The pencil brush inside here. It gives the inner corners a little bit of that pop basically. And also I like to apply usually a little bit of that shimmering kind of eyeshadow underneath the eyes. And if you really want, you can just use your fingers, then just dab it in the center of your lids basically. Give your eyes a little bit more of a three-dimensional look basically. I personally really do like this highlighter. I do feel that it's actually a really nice highlighter. I prefer the butter highlighter though. If you don't like something that's too creamy, too buttery, that's like the butter highlighter. If you want something a little bit more of that velvety touch, then this will be something more for you. Let me go fix this thing up. Oh, it's so much better when I actually apply on blusher, so that it's a little bit more balanced out rather than just ding. Bear in mind that I've not done eyeliner in a very long time. Okay, oh my gosh, did you see that? What friggin' shit eyeliner is this? This is the Physician Formula Matte Lacquer Gel Cream Eyeliner. This is in Ultra Black. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Usually most of the time my eye look would pretty much be like that. With if I'm a little bit fancy, I'll put on mascara basically. So usually it's pretty much just like that, and a lip color. I rarely use eyeliner these days because I just like this kind of very natural look on my face. Ooh, okay, so the consistency is pretty much like the type of eyeliner in the pot kind. Okay, I'm gonna start lining my eyes with this basically. Now we're gonna try to do the other eye. Whoa, it is a little bit, I think this definitely takes a little bit of practice. It's a very basic eyeliner. This is just how I like to do my eyeliners. Nothing the cat wing type, no, not that. I'm not that kind of girl. But when it comes to this product, I do feel like even people who does eyeliner for a very long time might find this a little bit of a hassle. It's not as great as you think it is. The concept, the idea is great, but I feel that the formula wise, this kind of gel formula is better suited to use it with a brush kind of application rather than a velvet tip. As much as I love the amount of precision that it gives, because it's very stiff, it's a bit hard, can be a little bit pokey, this kind of applicator is best for like a liquid eyeliner rather than a cream gel eyeliner, because the amount that you have to use is so little. You can't pick up as much as like from the pot. It's so little to a point that it dries off so quickly, with the applicator also, it dries off so quickly. It just makes you feel like it's very hard to maneuver the product around. Yeah, the tip and the formula just doesn't work that well. That's just my thoughts. The good part about this is that it is definitely matte. I love matte eyeliner. Yeah, I don't think I would dare to do this. This is gonna be a little bit hard for me to rub it in between my lashes and also tight lining. Not the best one out there. I don't recommend this at all. So, oh, by the way, this mascara is in brown color. It's not in black color. So if you think that it's not dark enough, it's because it's in brown. It's not in black, okay? The last item that they have, I have one of these already. And personally, I do think that this is such an amazing formula. This is the Healthy Lip Velvet Finish Liquid Lipstick. I personally am not a liquid lipstick fan, but this one is actually quite nice on the lips. It's usually liquid lipstick that a little bit drier one, but these one, they are very, very velvety, very smooth, very creamy. They give you time to work with it on your lips, and also it looks very nice. The color is very, very vibrant, not the drying kind. And if you want something that is long lasting but at the same time doesn't dry out your lips, this one will do the trick. Previously they sent me a purple color one. I'm like, I probably have given it away already because I feel like the shade is just not quite up my alley. Okay, the last time they gave me, they only gave one of this to me. I'm like, how am I gonna review and talk about this? This time around, I'm so glad that they gave me something more nude, okay? A little bit more nude, something that's more my lips but better kind of shade. And it smells quite pleasant. Sometimes I feel lipsticks, people just like to use that very overly sweet candy kind of scent. I don't like that. Oh, this is such a pretty shade and it feels so good on the lips. It still feels so moisturizing. This is an all natural nude. So pretty, the color. Definitely highly recommend this Healthy lipstick. Definitely a shade that I will wear. Definitely one liquid lipstick that I will actually keep. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this kind of video. Thank you so much for being here to the end, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Don't forget to like and subscribe!